Introduction. Manipulation is an art that can allow you to acquire anything you set your mind to. Many people tend to associate manipulation with negative behavior, but that is not always the case. It is important to realize that people cannot be manipulated if they really don't want something. However, most people are completely open to anything you have to offer. It may not seem like it at first, but if you approach the situation with the correct methods, such as the methods of manipulation, you can get virtually anything you desire. Manipulation comes in 3 steps: analysis, manipulation, and persuasion. The common phrase to help you remember and understand these 3 steps is this: first, we analyze, then we manipulate so that we can persuade. If you remember this saying, you will always remember what order you need to approach your methods with to ensure that you gain maximum results. In this book, Methods of Manipulation, use the psychology of persuasion to analyze and manipulate human behavior. You will learn each of these 3 steps in complete detail. As you step on this journey, where you begin to learn how you can effectively manipulate people using the psychology of persuasion, you will discover that it is not as difficult as it may seem. In fact, you have likely experienced many of these habits in your own experiences. Often, we find that once we learn about manipulation, we can recall many experiences where it was used on us. Some people use it completely unknowingly, but happen to stumble upon its teaching through years of experience, and others look to research and study the art so that they can master it. Either way, it is a common tool used by many. Manipulation tends to be most commonly seen in sales positions. You can likely consider a time, or many, in your past where you were discussing a product with a salesperson and they were pushing you to purchase. For some, you may have felt the pressure and therefore were less inclined to purchase the product. This is what happens when you do not take the time to master manipulation, or when you do not completely understand what it is that you are doing.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.